Within every moment, we all have a chance to stumble upon this profound truth that we are all universe having a human experience. See, self-discovery is the narrow path. Self-discovery is what sets you truly free. It's a saying, if you master another, that's strength. But if you master yourself, that's true power. To know another is intelligence, but to know thyself is wisdom. Let's sift it out. When I ran into who I truly was due to going through the dark and being so thankful for all the teachers that were used or that the universe used to mold me or mold my perspective. Because see, until you can get out of duality, meaning seeing in dual, where you see you're being judgmental, or that person good and that person bad, or that person white and that person black. Oh, I don't like that and I like this. Until you can get out of that scenario, you ain't ready to hatch yet. See, when you get in what the word would say, stillness, be still and know that I am God. You start to pay attention to the way you breathe. You start to watch everything around you, because every single thing around you is you. Okay? I am that I am, meaning my environment and myself is one. And the universe uses the environment, me, as tools to experience itself. See, you are Trinity, family. You are the sun, the moon, and the earth. So look at it like when you grow to the level of oneness and the universe grants you eyes to see from its perspective, it's still enjoying the ride, just like this sip of coffee. This is a ritual for me every morning, right? Meaning I do it, and when I do it, I'm really doing it. I'm not just got coffee and I'm all on the phone, meaning jabbering with other people and then just throwing the coffee back. No, I'm really taking my time and sipping my coffee. And I like to do that when universe is telling me to deliver a message to the collective, because I love doing this, and when I'm in love with something I do, it grants me access to more love to spread. You see? So the greatest path to be on is self-discovery. And once you understand that everything is you look at it differently. I was talking to a young guy at work yesterday, and he was like, man, my life is in chaos, man. I really need a word, man, and this and that. So I'm listening to him, and he was saying things like, I've done dealt with all these Jezebel women, and I'm like, okay, well, if your mouth is saying that's what the heart is holding, well, you was Jezebel. And the reason I'm saying that was because at one time I was Jezebel. I recognize what I look at by not judging it no more, but seeing it for what it is. He was saying, man, I'm going through so much. Even when I get up with my kid every day, it's like I have no fun. It's no love. It's like I'm dying inside, man. It's like I don't like my reality no more. And I told him, I said, well, look, man, God gave you, me, and everybody else all the tools we need to craft our life. And if you listen to him, he will guide you on how to craft it. if you sit here and not turn a deaf ear and start crafting and molding it yourself, because you are the clay as well as the sculpt, the craftsman that's sculpting this molding this clay. You are the painter and you the portrait. But the goal is for you to sit still and wait for God to tell you what to put on that portrait. Not you start drawing and coloring what you want to put on there, you know? Because you got to get into the heart place of I know nothing. And that's when everything is granted to you. That's when the ride start to take you instead of you trying to drive it or you trying to fight God, right? So I was my helping hand to him was, first off, I can't give you no tools to build until you let go, because I would be doing what the scripture would say, building on sand and not solid ground. You just came out. He also told me, man, I'm still drinking. When my lady make me mad, I go and smoke weed and I go out and drink and I this and that. I said, well, look, you running from, see, the universe, meaning the divine mother and father, has a way of teaching us. The mother teaches us through nature and experiences we go through. And the father guides us through our heart. It's wild how it works, right? But they are one. Now, let me sip on that one. That's so beautiful. So I said, okay, when the mother come and tell you, stop doing this, and she gets on you through another individual or another instrument, you walk away from her and she send you to your daddy, meaning solitude, so you can hear from the father. And then you get instead of going to solitude, you say, bump dad, F him. And you go get the weed and the spirits, meaning the liquor. He look at me and I say, yeah, you neglected knowledge, brother. You neglected listening, man. You're turning a deaf ear, and you got to understand, when you do that, when you call out for the Most High, the universe, God, it's going to do the same to you, because that's what you're doing. It gives you what you are. That's why ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is only bliss if you turn a deaf ear to ignorance. Meaning, you know something, people are doing stuff over here that you used to do, but you don't want to do no more. You can look at that as bliss, meaning because you saw it from a higher perspective. And you use that ignorance as a footstool to say, oh no, I'm not going to waste no more time or energy in that environment. Because that environment will cause my plant or my tree or my seed to start to die, right? That's why separation births elevation. You got to get by yourself to hear the mother and the father. To know, so they can teach you how to operate this car that its spirit is in. Although you and the divine, you and the universe are one and the same. That's why universe, when you say it slowly, you hear you in reverse, right? But your universe can't give you the best until you give it the best. If you don't give and pour knowledge into it, it can't give you the reality that you want to experience. If you water your plant with soda all the time and never water, that plant will never grow into a tree. That tree will never bear fruit. So you got to give the subconscious mind knowledge on thyself by not just books, but learning from the mistakes that the universe puts you through. See, nowadays I'm always looking for a challenge, and a challenge is not just a time where you're lacking money and you lacking on paying bills. No, a challenge is the small, simple things as, how did you react when this person had an attitude? How did you do when you was able to help somebody? Did you do that? Or did you look down on them like you were better than them? How did you react when somebody came to you with the issue that may not had nothing to do with you, but at that time, but you had something to do with it based on prior incidents? And if you sit and give them some of your time in that present moment, it can set them free and allow them to get back in the present and out of the past. Can I get an amen? See, universe, God sees through our eyes, so you can't hide nothing. As you see, it see. That's what I don't understand about people, how you think you can get away with doing evil, meaning living backwards, when the universe live in you. But because you have lacked seeking the kingdom first, you don't even know that the one you're trying to hide from is right with you. It never left you. It's almost like if right now I go rent a Lamborghini and I'm riding around in a Lamborghini, guess what? I'm going to start to see more Lamborghinis. Or let's say something simple. Let's say something simple like the average. I go get a Escalade. If I wasn't seeing no Escalades until I experienced being in one and having one, even if it was renting it, it got into my environment, my energy, my frequency, guess what's gonna happen? I'ma then start to see more and more Escalades, like, dang, look at all these Escalades. Because you only can see what you are. You only can see what the universe has given you experience to experience. So once you start to understand that, then you start to know that everything is already amongst us, but you only seeing as much as you seeing because you only can get as much as you are. That's why the more knowledge you pour within, the more expansion you get without. The more the universe bring you challenges and you capitalize on them and you pass those tests, the higher and the more you're granted. Because like it say, heavy is the head that weigh the crown. To whom much is given, much is required. Anybody that you see blessed and abundant and living a life that's really righteous and they got a lot of tangible things around them as well, you got to understand these people's hearts are very pure and these people are very attentive of God and the universe, meaning their inner world. And they would never go against their heart because they know their heart is God. That's why people that has, or you look at as a high caliber, has boundaries. You don't see them just in and everywhere. See? So if you want, this came to my mind, Whoopi Goldberg on Sister Act. If you want to be somebody and you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention, okay? Because source energy, God, once you start going after God, that's the moral of the story. When you start focusing on your heart, your universe, and healing yourself, because I couldn't give this guy, or the universe couldn't give the guy no billing tools like that, even though I shared a couple things with him last night. I stopped because I know that if I give him tools to bill right now, he go to using that and not taking those sandbags out of his hot air balloon basket. He might try to take flight and never lift off, thinking that the stuff that was given wasn't right. But you didn't take off because you still got demons you're fighting. You still got sandbags you need to take out of your basket. It's still worldly things that you have become codependent on. And until you can only trust God, meaning your heart, nothing external but everything internal, you cannot take flight. You cannot receive your wings. You cannot become back one with the divine. First find the kingdom and everything will be added. Seek God and then God seeks you. And once you do find God within, that true love within, then you see love through everything outside you, family. Man, listen. I'm trying to tell y'all. God is everywhere. It's everywhere. Once you receive God in your heart wholeheartedly, you love yourself. You heal to a point where you know that everything that you went through was only to help you, build you, tear you down to build you back up more stronger than ever. Optimus Prime level, right? That's the message, family. Do the work so that you can be reborn again. You can step out of that old perspective, those old wineskins, right? And receive a new new set of eyes. And these eyes are not for sale. These eyes can only be earned. And nobody can take it from you once the universe gives them to you. It's a set of eyes that only perceives love. Even through challenging times, it only perceives love, family. So if you're not perceiving love at this time through everything around you, through every person around you, then you may need to move your seed and put it in a better environment. But before you put it in that new environment, you may need to get alone so you can really detox, not just your stomach, but detox yourself from the people you're with, the things you watch. Like, detox fully. You know, to know thyself is not just no trend and no something to just say. It's really something that you embody. It is called self-discovery, family. To know who you truly are, which is divine love, having a human experience. I am you and you are me. Can you say that? If not, you just got a little more work to do, that's all. That don't make me better than you. None of that. It's just that I've been willing to keep my head down whenever things are going right and lift my head up when things may not have been going in a way that I could understand it, but I still trust it, you know? But like I said, family, no more separation. It's one love. Stop going with the flow, family, and create the flow that really makes you happy, and then you'll then be able to share happiness amongst others in a way that only divine could do it. Only the divine. But until the next message, family, one love.